Hello and welcome. In today's video, I'll take you through my personal cultural experience at one of Malaysia's biggest travel events, the Matta Kuala Lumpur 2025, and share this intercultural lesson I learned along the way. I attended the fair in April at the Matta KL and trust me, it was massive. Over 180,000 visitors travel both from all around the world and so many exclusive offers. And the fair was vibrant and diverse. But what truly stood out to me was the Korean Tourism Organization KTO booth. It showcased Korean culture with interactive experiences. I even got to try on a hanbok, something I've always wanted to do. There's also an engaging photo booth, exclusive gifts, giveaways, and informative materials on Korean travel destinations. My journey started at the KL Central, where Matta Fair organizers provided a free shuttle bus to the event venue. The buses were punctual and frequent, making it easy for visitors to attend without worrying about transportation, with a thoughtful move that immediately showed a commitment to accessibility and organization. The Matta Fair KL 2025 aimed to promote international travel and tourism, featuring diverse global exhibitors. One highlight was the Korean Tourism Organization KTO booth, which showcased Korea's cultural charm and tourism packages. The objectives of this event were: the first one is to promote travel and tourism growth. The fair aims to boost all aspects of travel, offering deals and information for exploring international destinations. The second one is to supporting the tourism industry. The fair increasingly focuses on emerging trends like sustainability and sports tourism, encouraging industry adaptation and growth in these areas. And the last one is enhancing consumer experience. The fair is designed to meet consumer demands by offering a variety of affordable domestic and international travel packages. One key topic from our intercultural management course that is relevant here is Hofstede cultural dimensions. These 6 dimensions offer a framework to understand how national cultures influence values and behavior, which are long-term versus short-term orientation, power distance, individualism versus collectivism, indulgence versus restraint, masculinity versus femininity, and uncertainty avoidance. At the Matta Fair, I was able to observe several of these dimensions reflected in Korean culture and how it was presented through the KTO booth. For power distance dimension, South Korea has a moderately high power distance, which scored 60, where hierarchy is respected but open discussion is still accepted. At events like Matta Fair, clear leadership roles exist, yet informal networking remains common. The hanbok reflects social status. Seniors wear more vibrant designs while juniors wear simpler ones. The balance between structure and openness is also seen in K-dramas, where younger characters often question traditional authority figures like CEOs or parents. For individualism versus collectivism dimension, South Korea is a collectivist society where group goals outweigh individual interests. At the Matta Fair, exhibitors promote national tourism as a shared mission, highlighting cultural heritage, nature, and tradition. The hanbok, worn during key events like Chuseok and Solal, symbolizes unity and collective identity. Family, harmony, and loyalty are central values, often reflected in K-dramas like Reply 1988 and My Mister, where characters prioritize community and sacrifice over personal gain. For masculinity versus femininity, South Korea is a masculine society that values success, competition, and achievement. At the Matta Fair, Korean businesses often highlight tourism milestones, tech advancement, and global appeal, especially through K-pop tourism. The hanbok reflects gender role. Women's style emphasized elegance and gentleness, while men's design focused on practicality and dignity. These values are echoed in K-dramas, where characters strive for career success, romantic goals, and family responsibility, showcasing the nation's drive for accomplishment and perseverance. For uncertainty avoidance, South Korea has a high uncertainty avoidance, favoring structure, clear rules, and predictability. At the Matta Fair, exhibitors prefer well-organized events, fixed schedules, and transparent information. Business interactions often rely on formal contracts and reliable partnership rather than informal deals. This cultural need for clarity is also seen in K-dramas, where misunderstanding and the pursuit of trust and resolution in relationships reflect the deep value placed on certainty and order. For indulgence versus restraint, South Korea is a restraint-oriented society where desires are regulated by social norms, emphasizing modesty, discipline, and decorum. At the Matta Fair, exhibitors often promote practical, family-friendly tourism that aligns with cultural values rather than luxury. The hanbok, worn during formal and meaningful events, reflect this mindset, serving as a symbol of etiquette and tradition rather than personal indulgence or expression. And lastly, long versus short-term orientation. South Korea has a long-term orientation, placing strong emphasis on future goals, perseverance, and preserving tradition. At the Matta Fair, exhibitors focus on building lasting partnership and promoting sustainable tourism with a long-term value. This forward-thinking mindset is balanced with deep respect for heritage, seen in the continued use of the hanbok during cultural and family events, symbolizing a commitment to cultural preservation while progressing into the future. Hey everyone, here's a quick reflection from my visit to Matta Fair KL 2025, where the Korean tourism booth really stood out. At the fair, the Korean Tourism Organization brought the Korean wave to life with hanbok experiences, cultural booths, and travel promos, all with smooth logistics like shuttle buses and giveaways. Using Hofstede cultural dimensions, I realized how deeply South Korea's values are reflected in the way they promote tourism. They show moderate power distance, respecting hierarchy but still allowing open communication, something you see in their K-dramas too. South Korea is also highly collectivist, focusing on group harmony, tradition, and national pride, like how they highlighted the hanbok as a symbol of unity. As a masculine society, they emphasize success and achievement, proudly sharing their tourism accomplishment. They also have high uncertainty avoidance, which explains their organized booth and preference for clear information. With a long-term orientation, Korean focuses on lasting partnerships and preserving heritage. Lastly, their culture of restraint favors modesty and meaningful travel experiences over luxury. Overall, the event was a perfect example of how cultural shapes international engagement. Honestly, it was more than a fair. It was a peek into Korean values and identity. Through this experience, I saw how something like a travel fair can offer more than just a destination. And with Hofstede's framework, I could appreciate how South Korea's culture is reflected not just in their tourism but in their identity. Culture really shapes everything, even how we travel.